Hazır. Ja, lekker, dankie. Scusa, che non capisco come stream di Hunt Crazy. Vede siamo perché è scritto. Perché hai... talking now. Okay. Kijk ietsje. Waar is het akkoord? Laaste cameraatjie opset hier, dis baie. Non sei Rian, non sei JJ. Sei môre. Lekker. Oh. Langer dat alles werk. Last is YouTube. Jules, TikTok is working. It is on. Thank you so much for commenting. I just wanted to comment to see if YouTube is pulling through. And you came in like a hero, yeah? TikTok is on. I was a bit delayed, I think, with 5 minutes starting it up, but no, we're in here listening to some tunes. Welcome in. Yeah. Nancy, welcome in. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Arshad, what is beautiful, brother? Oh, Facebook. Thank you. I'm guessing because you're on Facebook. Alrighty, check you there. I appreciate it. YouTube is looking great. Just no music. Yes, no music yet. I first wanted, not yet. Only TikTok's playing music. I need to allocate a separate track for non-copyrighted music to play for YouTube. So not yet. Not yet. But as long as it's looking great, the next part is thanks so much for the like and the follow smiley. Appreciate. Welcome in. Yeah. Yeah, I also think like probably like a 60 or 70 inch just well I this one does this one. I'll show you now. This one does this one. And then this one does this one. So I'll take a photo. But I can do this. Many ways to skin a cat. Snipping. So oh no. Can you believe that? So now one screen is this. And then on the other one. Yeah, not yet, Jules. Almost there. Almost there. And then on the chat is this. Copy. So it's in chat. There's thanks so much for the like, guys. Appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see if we can get some sort of pullback, maybe to midnight open or some retracement just to mitigate the rest of this move up. Extremely bullish, and Nasdaq's actually trailing. Yeah. So these are sort of on one screen. It's actually now it's 1.25 screen. The one screen's got Discord open and then the chat. And I toggle OB. Yeah, how it actually looks. Let me actually do it. So this, and this. Hmm. Yeah. So I can't chuck open. I probably do need another screen, but literally one extra screen to toggle in and out of the streaming application is not necessary. So, this is when everything is open on the one screen. And then this one does not really need to be open. So this is how it should look like, I mean. Snipping. Pretty much, and I don't even need TikTok open at the bottom. Just it is there because it's also just another streaming platform. So at the end of the day, I just need Discord open and then the chat to be open that pulls through from Facebook, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube, and then TikTok's chats on my chart. So is what now? That's the total of it. This total sum of it. That I've got on the other screen. So yeah, I've got 3 screens. One for my charting and execution, one for the dollar and IG sentiment, and then one for chat and stream. I feel like I've hit a sweet spot with this. Yeah, I feel like I've hit the sweet spot with the 3 screens. A fourth would just be like to show that I've got stuff open. So it'll be a bit of overkill in my opinion. I can manage with 3 screens. If I can't manage with 3 screens, I'll manage with 1 screen for long. So 3 is, as it says, triple stack. 2 massive ultra wides on top of each other. Looks like I'll be taking off on spaceship. I'm happy with my 3 at the current moment. For the time being, I guess. Of VR, nog beter. Dan kort jy net daai. Jules, yeah, the Stream Deck is. I need 2 more things in my streaming setup. An arm for my mic, but well, it's okay. It's actually out of the way. But I would like an arm just because I think it's the norm and everyone does it, so why not? And then a Stream Deck, yeah. I want to get the Elgato, the new Stream Deck. Pretty cool, just to toggle between stuff and play around with it. I'm getting there. But yeah, I do want to get a Stream Deck. I've already checked it out. Anyone take any trades tonight or today? I'm up 1% on the one and 0.5% on the other one. Ek wil net hou jy by die see. JJ, as ek my oorfone afhaal en dan sien klank in die agtergrond en ek staan op die stoepie buite dan hoor ek die see. En Nancy Jurgens, welcome in, young man. Jules is asking, how's everyone doing? Jules, Rian say, if you want to know how he's doing, you need to come into Discord and ask him yourself. And he said it very politely. A scope say, yeah, JJ. Oh, but hey, asking you sorry, Steve, Matthew 7 verse 7. There you go, Rian. Motkind, goeienaand. Welcome in. Welcome in, guys. Stream's getting started. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So whilst everything is going out, I just want to share a couple of posts. Waiting for... Okay. Just a quick top-down analysis. Price is definitely going to finish the imbalance that has been caused, not on the daily, on the hourly, at least. The daily as well, I guess. But because we're so far up, this... Oh, sorry, my bad, people in Discord. There you go. Awesome. So because we so far up already on this model, it's very peculiar how it bounced off of EQ here slightly into discount. Must be very random. Nonetheless, because it was so strong and it only has this last breaker to... Let me just actually... I've got two POIs. That's why I've got these two lines that I want to see price hit maybe tonight or tomorrow. But currently, this is the breaker inverse that currently acting as resistance temporarily, in my opinion. But first objective and imbalance that needs to be filled is this one on the left, right over there. So price did reject a bit on this level. This was taken out already. Yeah, so I think 150, 25, 150 is definitely a possibility tonight. And adding on to that, Nasdaq is the wounded gazelle for the night. The Dow is up 1.3%. The S&P is up 0.8%. And Nasdaq is only up 0.3%. So still need some catching up to do to fill this imbalance. So let's see if we got something. Get a clearer picture on one hour here from both sides. Yeah, so the S&P already filled its imbalance, where Nasdaq has not yet done that. So it's picking your fight and knowing that price is a good chance to rip on up with ease going up because there's not really traffic on the left hand side. Yeah, pretty simple analysis tonight. Every area that was tested on the lows was time and price, and you could have joined Mr. Twister. How's it going, Mr. Twister? Interessante naam. Welkom in, Beta. Yeah, so I'm just thinking Nazi might just finish up its model. If this, then that. We're just gonna wait for the rest of it. Thank you so much, John, for the Twitch. Appreciate the commentary there. Oh, that was our thing. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Guys in Discord, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, talk amongst yourself and take 5 minutes just to quickly share what needs to be shared. Uh, uh, Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. All over every stream in that place. Matt, welcome in. Black Six Stones, Mary, welcome in, guys. Yeah. Awesome. Add some flair with a little bit of Mr. K, if this, then that. Last time you weren't wrong. But yeah, let's see. Ek het al KFC gekry, dankie. Quentin, gaan hom jou bedank. Het ek nou hier gekopie? Ja, okay, cool. Oor rare. Die Iwe wat nou voor jou kommentaar gelewer het. Ek is 1% op die ene kant en 0.5% op die ander en ek het 1 trade oor op my kant wat ek mag trade voor hy my lok na 3 trades. So okay, enjoy. Enjoy. Geseënde aand, bro. Lekker aand. Nog steeds nie. Die jong man sê weer hierso. Emwe, reveal yourself. Are you Celsi of Vodacom? Klink soos Telkom. Actually, let's try a different way. Let's go in here and share it from itself. Let's see. Share. For everything, I do one-on-one calls for free. Join my Discord. Links not in my bio. It's on my YouTube side. um, but no, I don't sell any course or anything. People have got questions, I'll answer them. 7 years going on 8. Beginning next year, it'll be 8 years. I've done pretty much everything, not so much crypto, but did options. Then I got the gold bug for a while. Then I did forex for about 4 years, and then indices for a couple of years, and ended up on the future side of things. Loving every moment of it. Hi daar. Hulle burps. Skus ek share nou net bietjie en kyk asof ek vang bietjie vis so in verskillende trading groepe. I go live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays. On Wednesdays, I just go to sell. I'm gonna move over to the other account. Let's go here. That's something very peculiar. We'll share it with Asian tomorrow. I might explain it better. All means, my God. All means. Always welcome. Right, when you see a healthy, decent pullback, and then the rest of the move just go, how's it? En mooi expose yourself. Moet wees. Terry. Hy wil nie chat nie, nog kom hy op sy dummy account. Het jy 2025 gekyk? Wat? Yes, dis goed. Nee, is goed. Genade. Okay, cool. Jy gaan dit geniet. Jy gaan dit geniet. Dit is rarig goed met jy tyd gou aan dit. Baie light bulb moments. En dan yeah, we're just gonna wait. See, split my side. Hey, yeah, wat nog jy? Terug. Myself gesien in 'n post. Ons ja, ek moet toemaak. Verder niks nie. Nou van my kant af, nou moet ek die algoritmes toe, beter thumbnails maak, beter video's maak en dan kan mense maar so aan. Yes. What a tune. You can do it, bro. Keep it at your evolution. The last few months been awesome to watch. Appreciate it, my guy. Thank you. Slowly but surely, 1% a day. Improving 1% a day. Once I allocate a specific amount of time to try and improve the stream and stuff, but it's a couple of hours a day that I focus on thumbnails or SEO or creating content, or because I'm busy with a puzzle thingy. It's not going to be long, it's going to be shorts, but you guys should check. Julle moet dit sien. Nou dat ons net chat en wag. Ek gaan net wag tot ten minste hierdie cycle net weer bietjie vasvat hier. I appreciate it. Thanks, Jules. People get millions and millions and millions of views for the most stupid things. John, how to drink water. How to drink water. 55 miljoen views vir $100,000. How to close a door. How to shoot a watermelon. Dis insane om te dink die goed wat mense doen, net die basic, dis ironie, dit is dis letterlik daai small things and music small mind things. Ek het julle gaan nou lag. Ek het die randomste domste YouTube channel try create net te kyk so ek in hierdie ek wil nie sê dit breinrot nie, maar dit is dis eenvoudige goed hè. Dis die algoritme stoor dit. Dis weird. Maar ja, ek het so ietsie wat ek gaan try in die agtergrond. Dit is die stupidste ding, maar as mense kan views kry op how to drink water. Chum. Ek het dit ook gedoen. Ja, ek het dit ook gedoen. Ja, ek het Venus vir N8 ken jy. November 8. So N8. Ken jy dit? Ja. Dit is 'n automated system. Dit create so jy kan op Telegram letterlik sê 'n voice note stuur, create me a post for Nasdaq. I'm glowing live tonight Nasdaq. Dan genereer hy deur ChatGPT, create hy 'n prompt, create hy 'n image, dan gaan hy deur en dan skets hy die post en dan alles in 'n workflow en dan sit net 'n hoek wat jy gebruik. Jy kan of 'n SMS stuur of 'n voice note of 'n klik of 'n automated system. Ek het hier daai hele ding gewerk en gespeel. Ek sal tou wys met dit. Dit's nogal 'n interessante journey. Ja, die enigste ding, dit kos jou so R1500 'n maand. En ek het nie pyn met dit nie, maar ek stel ook nie soveel belang met automate nie, nog nie. Ek weet nou wat dit behels. Ek het myself onder die oefening gesit. Dit is R500 'n maand vir die N8. Dit is R500 'n maand vir die Google Pro en is nie Sora nie, is die ander ene wat jou AI generate vir jou, want dit sluit jou credits in en dan jou API wat dan na verskillende social media's toe post wat alles gelink is. Op die einde werk dit so R1500 'n maand uit. Aan Freeflow, Slipstream doen sy hele ding, kry so een video 'n dag uit. Yes, I did N8 in for a while. Well, N8. I don't know. Is it N8 in? N8. I just know it's N8. It is N8 in. Yeah. I did play around with it. You get I did it 3 times with the 3 different email addresses. So I get 2 weeks to play with it, then 2 weeks to play with it, 2 weeks to play with it. I just bought credits to add it on up, and I did a 1 month with Google Flow. I think it's Flow AI that I used. But it was pretty cool. Yeah, N8N. It is N8N, brother. It was a good experiment. Non-say Gemini. Yeah, it was a cool experience. You can download so many workflows that's already prompted, but you need to know how it works. So I built a couple to automate it. Actually, I made some weird videos. You really need to know what how to prompt correctly. I wanted to quickly check something. Give me 1 second. Um, Yeah, I took one in London and I took one through New York. Mm. I've got I allocated EOD for London because I chat in the mornings. I don't need to set up stream or set up anything. So I've got time again. I'm back at my prop sense group in the morning, just chatting to the guys, and we're talking about bonds and yields and London and the government spending and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm just hearing these guys take trade. So I got one account allocated just for London. I actually called it London as well. I'll only trade that one for what it's worth in London. I've got the others for tonight. That's good of you in flow with the markets. Donkey Rion, alias account. Schiet ek lees in die chat daar. Maar ek kom vir daai max allocation. Kom hard vir my. Daarna sal ek dit vir 'n maand of 2 of 3 net eers onder die knie kry en ook hulle wil diversifiseer. And then after that I'll move over to another prop, whether it being either Funded Next or Top Step or whatever, just to once again diversify. I'm actually thinking maybe even taking the FTMO. Brother, if I'm max allocated, I'll chuck everything at FTMO as well. I won't play around. But my ultimate goal is to have a couple of bar in my own account. Work, caffeine, work. Just do this, everyone. Sorry for the background noise, guys. I'll be back in 1 second. I need a cup as well. Just closed the door up top. Uh, they're having fun. I don't want to shout. No need to shout. Let them enjoy life. I'll grind and hustle for my family while they chuckle along. As it should. We as men have a responsibility. Gate, you say? Is the plugin for? And like, is it just a plugin in OBS? Is it a plugin in where? Was it just an app on its ace? Yeah, cool. I shot John typing for you. I don't know what he did, but he probably did something for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. OBS, yeah. Mm. All right, okay. Yeah, I got some sort of something like that that's already uh, doing some help in essence, but I don't know if the guys in chat or on TikTok or was hearing the people upstairs. I'm not sure. So if they were, then I need to look at it. That's good. Check you guys, my PC monitor broke now. I'm not sure when I'll get one again. John, have a beautiful evening, brother. See where I can help, maybe. Wel, vroeër vanoggend en nou nou 'n kleintjie, maar nee, niks vanaand op die oomblikie. Mooi. Ja, nou ja, al wat ek doen op die oomblik is graan op die hele tyd. Yeah, good. Uh, Rian, ek kry 'n bietjie double feedback van jou af, Joe. Tussen my, jou en die passa's. Nice. Very nice. Hmm. But actually pretty decent. Yeah. Yeah. No, not really. But personally, me, no. There are days like Boxing Day and Christmas and before New Year and stuff that I won't trade. And bearing in mind the public holidays that are also in there that I won't trade. But if it's normal news day, no news days, and the market is open as normal, I'll trade as normal, except if there's any holidays that are from our side. So it's normal, I guess, with the extra. It's like April for us in a weird way. Um, but no, I trade. Correct. Yeah, same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Ja, ja. Dus, dankie. En dan het ek ook 'n klein baai gevang. Nou, wat was hy? Ek het hierdie baai gevang hierso. Is this one? No, she's been away for a while. I'm not. I think. She's just busy. I guess I'll ask, I'll check in with her actually. Yeah, it's going. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. I enjoy your lives now and again. You chatting with your peeps. It's still cool, like it's still being human and enjoying each other. Hello, JR. Sort of, and then Royal Assets. Cool, brother. That's a good compliment, I guess. Thank you. Appreciate you too. And then it's on this. It's R21, the same road, so it's not far from each other. Benoni and Serengeti. Serengeti is more Kempton side. Um, hmm. You should check the lake that's here next to me. No, no, he went down in the bottom of that lake for now. Well, you just stayed quiet. Arshad, did you hear anything he said? Exactly. And it just exactly. Swimmery, swimmery, toe word jy geëet. Dankie, Rian. No, it's nothing yet. And I don't think they will because there's only talk and rumors and stuff. That might be withdrawn in general. So we'll move over to a new platform, I guess, if it materializes. Yeah, then they'll say no. Awesome. Yeah, I know you. I actually remember you were working on ninja stuff. Uh, that's a weird one. Mongolian. Yeah. So, Feeling a nice accumulation here. There's a good chance that we might either just mitigate the move on up. So if this, then that. It is, you are 100% correct, young man. It is 100% old. Thank you for that. Let's see what is the new. I want to show you guys something actually with open. I don't know if Nons is under. So start calling my hourlies are shards. Just get the right one. No, on it now. Yes, I just got drunk by looking at the building on up. That's pretty cool. Market data markets. Okay, cool. I'll check it out a bit. Ah. Mm. Mm. Hmm. That's interesting. Oh yeah. Sorry. Thanks. That was it. I was literally thinking. I wanted to say something. I can't remember. Um. Open gave away a little bit of what it wanted to do earlier. Uh, yeah. Well, no, just the freshest hourly imbalance. It was literally and that was the one I had drawn up. But let's just change this. Uh, give me a sec. It's on the right line here. So I was looking at open. I'm not going to trade open. I'm going to trade open. I'm going to trade open. So I was just looking at it. Lock. I'm just going to make a red line. This was the freshest imbalance. So what did price do before open? Price broke out, came back down, broke below, and then just rejected. Every time it closed within the 1 hour. Off and well, just go down to the hourly. So what did price do? Price broke down, came back up, below the hourly. Can you believe it? Can you? Let me just pull out pips here. Price broke, massive pull trying to get above pips, and then just slammed down. So it was below the hourly all the way as it opened up. Was not at a POI to take an entry, but the point is the shorts were in play here. This was the original accumulation before market opened. Price shut down. Quick expansion. So this expansion was slow up, mitigated, and it just finished up the move. I'm glad, Mr. K. Ethical hack. How are you? Good on you, brother. Long story short, and all I was pointing out is the price was below the hourly before open and slammed down, trying to get the at least the discount full, halfway full, I guess. Yeah, Mr. K, I'm glad you're deep with your cells. I it's against my rules to sell where price is at currently. So yeah, 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 yeah. You're talking about this one, yeah, yeah. Nah, beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. Very random, man. Very random. When do the markers you do trade with close? Ethical hack. Please elaborate. I just want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly. Hold on, Miss Gay. Probably gonna get a retracement back down into the hourly. So yeah, great trade. Hold on, my guy. We do the markets. You do trade with close. Oh, sorry, I'm reading it right now. My bad. My apologies. In an hour and 45 minutes at 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. our time. Now with daylight savings. In March, when we move back an hour, I'll trade from 7 to 10. Now with daylight savings moved up an hour, I trade from 8 to 11. I just trade the last 3 hours of market and the PM session before futures close. Jannie van Wyk, welkom in. Welcome in, guys. Hey. Mm. Yeah, beautiful. Like absolutely stunning. Really. No, it's all an algorithm. You know my thinking. I if this then that. So it's always been the same for me. There was a little bit of a no, there wasn't even actually. There's more than enough. I only focus on 30, 40, 50 pip moves, so it's very small. So market maker models fractalizing after news, an hour, hour and a half after news, it's still there. So yeah. Yeah, it's big again, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's back to two, three, 400 pips moves left side and right side of the curve. Hmm. So yeah, ethical hack, I shoot for around 1 to 2% a week. Diversifying over accounts, keeping it lightly, keeping it light on everything. It's just easier on the mental side. Pips, so ek gaan Desember normaal trade. Ek sal net soos ou Kersaand, oujaars, nuwejaars, eerste tweede sal ek nie trade nie. En dan bank holidays wanneer daar in Amerika is. So if it's not a public holiday in South Africa or a public holiday or bank holiday in America, I'll trade. There will be a period, I guess, just before New Year's and after New Year's that I won't trade for 3 or 4 days or maybe a week, but I'll probably be back 3rd, 5th, or 6th Jan and just go full steam again. Yeah, I think also 1 to 2%. Yeah, a week. I'm up 2% on the one and 2.5% on no 2% on one and 1.5% on other one. These are two new accounts that I'm trying to pass for the week. I need to make 6%, so I'll push them a little bit harder, I guess. Adding on to the arsenal. But yeah, don't need to shoot for the moon if you only need to make a couple of percentages. To ethical hack, we trade with $50,000 accounts. Some people in here have $250,000 accounts. Some people have $100,000 accounts. You're allowed to stack and have allocated 11 accounts, so 11 50K accounts or 11 250K accounts. Whatever you can, I guess, afford, but just show your worth and salt with one and then carry on from there. But if you're new to trading, don't buy an account. First, learn your trade. Okay, guess you will help me with this live to understand it. I am live and I explain what I do every day. I can do a top-down analysis for you now. We'll wait for 90-minute cycles, but let's do a quick top-down analysis while we wait. I still got 8 minutes. Let's see if I can do it in 5. Remove drawings. Okay, cool. Let's do a quick top-down analysis. Ethical, this is just for you and whoever else is watching on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Facebook. And then Wise Full just joined. Welcome in. All right, guys. Quick top-down analysis. All-time highs here in the orange. So it is still a POI and it will always remain a POI. The month opened up. As the month opened up, it slammed down. Now, price has not taken out last week's low. This is last week's low. So let's just previous week low. So that's previous week low. Previous week's high would be, not explain now what I'm doing, would be this one. So we got 3 steps we need to do first and foremost, ethical. Number 1, we need to mark out the external liquidity. So that's the previous day, previous week, previous month's external POIs. Can call it liquidities, I call it POIs, so it's not that intrusive on the brain thinking something's going to be taken. It's just a POI where we react accordingly. So this is previous week high. So previous week low, previous week high. Price is now within this range. Price took out previous day's high, but not low, and I don't think we'll ever see previous day low again. Nonetheless, after the external liquidities are marked out, we go down to the, I want to see where the freshest imbalance, daily imbalance is. So external, this is the internal, so it aligns with this one. Let me just explain what I did there. Ethical, this is not going to help much if you can't see. Yeah, I'm going to. Give me a second, ethical. My bad, my apologies. What's going on? Come. Uh, cheers, Jules. Thank you for popping by, brother. Thank you. Appreciate. Cheers, my guy. Even if you can, ethical, I just want to clearly point this out quickly, but now it's fast. Here at the bottom's previous week low, here at the top's previous week high, and the freshest imbalance on the right or left hand side is this one on the daily. So we've marked out the external and the internal on the daily. Now you got 4 POIs already. Now I go down to the 1 hour, and we just mark out the freshest imbalance on the hourly, which is this one. So now we got 4, 5, 6 POIs. After that, we see what schematic has played out. We had accumulation here. Price then dropped hard, balancing out price on a higher time frame. Let me show you the higher time frame balancing act or balancing that happened. So price accumulated over here. So if we take where this original move started, it's actually from this bottom to that one. So price started running up and then started accumulating, came back down into discount, and then shot back up again. Very random. And now if we go down to the hourly, after 1 minute, this is London, Asia, price accumulated over here. Price accumulated, took out London and Asia low. Well, London took out Asia low, came back up, almost took out Asia high, and then New York Open came and just slammed. Yeah, and there was the S&T right here. And now price just running on up, trying to fill in the move on the left-hand side. Yeah, that's just marking out POIs where we want to be interested in. So, in my opinion, there's still imbalance on the left-hand side here that needs to be filled. I'm just waiting for a confirmation close above the hourly again. Then I might participate on my last trade. But we did get a rejection off of this order block over here. There you go. Did get a nice rejection, which was expected. This was the last down candle before the last up move, and then it's just called a breaker. But that's inverse one, and yeah, that's just the external of everything. And the entry model is a bit different. I want to say different. It's got its own ingredients. We're looking for 3 confluences to start looking at the chart or an entry. It needs to be at a point of interest. It needs to be in a time of interest, and more or less, or majority of the time, there needs to be an S&T present, a cracking correlation between 2 or 3 assets, whether it's the S&P or the Dow Jones, YM. So if those 3 are present, you can start looking at a purge and revert or a purge and continuation. That's it. If there's a purge and revert and comes into a POI and it's a time of interest where a new 90-minute cycle takes place, see if S&T maybe takes place before a macro or during a macro, look for a change in state of delivery, come back into discount, repeat that change in state of delivery discount for surety, and you take it from there. I know I said a lot of things, but the more you hear what I say and the more you see what I do, it's going to become repetitive. It's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. There's nothing new, nothing special. There's an extra couple of confluences that I didn't mention, which is the previous cycle's high and low, which we call the pip zone. And then lastly, a time and price that needs to be incorporated or put a little ribbon on your trade and say, lacquer. And yeah, I'm going to make a video for that as well. I want to make like I am busy with a puzzle. Actually, I should just upload the puzzles to Instagram, up to TikTok. So yeah, Rian, Peps, Ethical, Mopkind, Danal, Shane, Obris, welcome in, guys. And thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. All the other chats are quite quiet, but day one or one day, I'm going to stream for at least a year on all the other platforms and see if there's any traction on Facebook, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. And if there's not, I'll just stick to TikTok. Excuse me. I might don't need another quick cup of coffee. Thank you so much for the likes, Orbis. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. And then thank you for the guys that are in Discord. Terry just left. Marnus, Spirit Time Trading. It's net Spirit Time Trading. Daar's musiek op ten minste. Maar ja, dankie vir JJ, vir jou, vir Rian, Bill. Welcome, you're still pretty new here, but thank you for chatting with us. Arshad, have to welcome the welcoming guy. You make me feel so welcome. Ek sien so heavy op die candle range theory nie. Dit werk, ek sê nie dit doen nie. En Turtle Soup is op die einde is accumulation, manipulation, distribution mate. So same but different. Hulle werk. Die hele ding met ek wil sê 'n strategie is om op die regte tyd te implementeer. You have to apply your strategy at the right time. When the time is right, price will move, and then you add on whatever confluences you need to confirm your entry, or the direction you're intended. For me, it just became simple to know what model I'm looking at, sell model or buy model. So to have a knowledge base of MMXM, market maker sell model, market maker buy model, and utilizing that for a purge and revert methodology, and then looking for the reversal after a point of interest is reached within a time of interest. So you'll see usually a reversal happens within a new cycle. A lot of people are very, very hasty and don't wait for at least a time period for the move to start. Yesterday was a good example where price tanked at open, and then it just bounced back a little bit, and then there was a 90-minute, I want to say time distortion, but accumulation, or whatever you want to call it. Price accumulated and then never looked back. It absolutely ripped on up. So to separate and break down price into time sections makes it easier to palette. We put our own little framework over price so that we can approach it in a technical way, or because time can't change, which is pretty cool. So price expanded here, for an example. It accumulated here, and when the new cycle came in, it came back down, slammed, and finished up this. Yes, there was a revert, but you can think of it as accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Then we fractalized from the 90-minute cycles down to the 30-minute cycles. there's so many ways to skin a cat, and you just pick your fights. I love saying this too. Just pick your fights. Don't need to be right all the time. You just need to be right one time a day. And there's so many opportunities. There's so many opportunities. If you can start looking at it through pips zones or the previous cycle's low, Vorsha G. I'm just gonna call you G, brother. I don't want to butcher your name. Good day, welcome in. There's so many places where you can capitalize on the market. It's beautiful. Price expanded down for 90 minutes, price accumulated for 90 minutes, and then expanded back on up for 90 minutes. Here was a longer expansion, knowing that it distorted for longer, made a new low, changed state of delivery, came back into premium, new cycle came, and then slammed down to. That happens. We just have to be aware of it all. Excuse, ek nou baie gesê op net dat jy my gevra het turtle soup, maar ek stream ook wel, so ek moet maar bietjie meer praat as normaal. Moet maar die ketel asseblief aan sit. Not yet, no. It's closing at 4 o'clock US time. It's daylight saving, so the market is closing in an hour and 23 minutes. It's the last 90-minute cycle that's going to start. It's going to start up now. So let's read this last little box here. Yes, Marnus. Ek is 'n groot vraag of antwoord daai. Maar gooi vir hom, jy kan net so gechat het hou. Asseblief, jy kan net jou mic unmute. Kan jy chat? As jy wil, jy kan tik op, maak nie saak nie. Ekskuus tog. Hey, ek was verlang in Churras, nie ver van jou, Fiep. Ek was vir 'n stuk in die ooste daar by julle ook. Welkom in. Welcome in, brother. Excuse me, praat ek Afrikaans met jou, but you literally typing watching from PTA. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. I'm going to be a very good trader, in my own opinion, if I don't take a trade now, even if I do have one in pocket. But the other one's locked out. That one was on just over a percent, 578. This one is at 3, so a little bit more than halfway. Matume, welcome in. Incognito. Did you go incognito, or is your name just incognito? I'm curious. Dit means eers altyd wag dat price eers purge in die oor, dan wag vir CUSD en ek draai die trend vang voor die mark oopmaak, maar dan volg ek nie dan in price nie as dit sin maak. Ek kan slaap, so kan jy nou maar. Oh, okay, cool. Eerstens okay. It's nie 'n mood that you have to chat nie. Tweedens so kyk so daarna. Die mark beweeg external, internal, external, internal, external, internal. 80% van die tyd. En dan is dit ook nie net op 'n vaste or a solid time frame nie. It's sometimes on the 1 hour, it's sometimes on the 4 hour, sometimes daily. So marking out the higher time frames externals. And if that gets swept, you can start looking at internal sweeps, but or reaching POIs. To answer your question, yes, you need to wait for a purge of a POI. Price is hunting one way or the other. Either wants to go to the external or go to the internal. After it is reached, then Arshad, are you here? What happens at price? What do we look at? No, sorry, I know I'm putting you on the spot here. So if it's a buy or a sell, yeah, cool. If it's a buy or a sell, what do we do? There we go. Thank you. That was what I was looking for. Marnus, if this, then that. Dis eintlik al. Ek sê dit so baie. We wait for price to get to our POI, and then if this, then that. We want to see a purge and revert or a purge and continuation. So if price displaces, and I'm going to say that word probably 3 times more in the sentence. If price displaces, I'm going to do it one more time, and forgive me as ek soos 'n gebroke record klink. If price displaces through your POI, there's a very high likelihood that price would utilize that POI as a rejection, a resistance. So then it's a purge and continuation. But if it comes to a POI, oscillates, stagnates, accumulates, time distortion, whatever you want to call it, and you start seeing the change in state of delivery happen, then you can start participating if the time is right, 90-minute cycles, and an S&T occurs showing that either the S&P or whatever correlating pair you have is already making its move. So to answer your question, in long story short, my 2 cents is that a POI needs to be reached first. That is the crux of it all. I don't look at if there's not a POI, TOI, and S&T. Those 3 things need to be in place for me. I don't try and catch the bottom because I'm not a bottom feeder, and I'm not Eddie Guerrero jumping off the top rope. I don't catch top rope trades. That's not what I do. I'm not that type of trader. There's a way of trading lows and highs. What's that word? You take a fib and you swing the ultimate highs and stuff. What do you call it? Oh yeah, cool. Pips is actually showing it out now. Price displaced through this. Dankie Pips. This is a very good example, Marnus. Ek weet jy kan my screen sien. Hierso price displaced deur 'n POI. Hierdie blou lyn is een van my POIs. Price displaced POI, came back up. There's a point of interest, a time of interest, and an S&T. All 3 was here. The entry would be from there to there. This candle close. The moment this candle closed, you're taking the sell right there, put it at this high, and then probably target another POI, which were either 830 or that open. Just trade order flow, yeah, 100%. Just, but ja, ek hoop dit beantwoord jou vraag. Hy moet iets purge, hy moet iets gaan haal. Hy moet iets sweep. Wat is die timestamp van die candle met die S&T attached? 4:30 en 22. Dis 8 minute verskil, so is binne 10 minute. As ons nou die regter ding praat hier, Pips. Ek het my screen share met jou. Ek weet jy is nou op die TikTok, so jy gaan nie nou regtig veel kan sien nie. Al zoom ek. So hierso is 12:22. Ag 2:22. En dan daai 10 minute is 2:30. So is 'n 8 minute SMT, so hy val onder die 10 minute. En die 3 minute is 22 en 25, 3 minute. Hy loop mooi. Nee, so eerstens moet jy jouself 'n pat on the back gee om te identifiseer dat order flow has changed. First and foremost, like look at the positives. You've identified that you're missing out on a move. That is actually a good thing. Not the missing out part, but to have identified, okay, cool, it is selling. Or the, let's say, for this instance, it is a sell model that is play. My second answer to you is you're going to love me for this once you see it. You don't need a fair value gap to take an entry. Of an inverse, sorry. You don't need to take an entry on an inverse fair value gap. Maar ek wil hê jy moet, ek weet party ons vat dit 'n paar dae, party ons vat dit 'n week, party ons vat dit 'n naweek. Ek wil hê jy moet kan fractalize in jou kop. So prys doen twee goed. Hier is spesiaal vir jou. Nah, I just want to draw this very nicely. See, this one's probably correct. Yeah. Okay. So, mannes, die oomblik wanneer jy hierdie snap, nee, en ek vir jou nou wys, jy kort nie inverse value gap nie. Jy nou wys. Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. So, kom ek wil eintlik vra. Jy prys doen een van twee goed. It either does this or does that. That's it. That is literally all the price does. It either sells and buys, or sells, comes back into a premium, and then continues. One or two things. Either purge and revert, or purge comes back into premium and then continues. And then if you flip it around, price will go up, come back into discount, and then continue, or price will go up and go down and mitigate and move. Price does only two things. Now, Marnus, what time frame is this? En dis nie 'n vas vraag nie, dit is eintlik 'n baie legit vraag. What time frame? En ek gaan nou nie wag dat jy tot jy vir my tik en sê I don't know, maar jy kan net so wel. Because it can be anyone, but I want you to just like almost say participate terwyl ek met iemand chat. So, skiet. No. No. This is the 1 minute. This is the 4 hour. Actually, I'm wrong. This is a 10 minutes. This is the weekly. What I want to try and explain to you is if you can start fractalizing in your mind, a whole new world opens up. So you waiting for an inverse to give you the entry after you've confirmed order flow. So you ideally want this. This is your ideal setup. Now you've confirmed order flow, price did this. Price expanded, came back into premium, mitigated the move, tapped into this fair value gap per se, and then just continued on down. Okay. Now, why can't you take this one? Inverse fair value gaps there, correct? So that one worked. So now I got 2 in a row that matches your entry criteria. Why can't you take this one? Price expanded, came back into this, into premium, and then continued. So watch now. What timestamp is this? 1411. This is so beautiful. 1411. I just want to get the exact candle here. This is so beautiful. 1411. Yeah. So, actually, let me just share my chart here on Discord. Yeah, this is on the 1 minute, but on the 1 minute, you can't see the inverse fair value gap. And what I want to try and point out is the fractalizing part of things. This is one of my accounts. Kan jy my screen sien wat ek nou net geshare het? So on the stream, 1411 was the candle. This is 1411. Isn't this the inverse you're looking for? So let me, must be random. Well, it's actually just fractal, not even random. Its price is still there. You just can't see it on the 1 minute. So even though you can't see it on the 1 minute for your entry on for the inverse fair value gap, if you can start seeing within your mind what's happening on the 1 hour and what's happening on the 5 minute and whatever's happening within, you can get your entries knowing. That's why I love taking entries on the 15 seconds, because I'm zooming in 4 times more after I've confirmed my entry. I've confirmed the fact that the side of the order flow I'm participating in. So now I'm looking for a change of state to delivery on the upside and a move back into discount. It doesn't need to be an inverse fair value gap to be tapped on the 1 minute, because if it closed in my direction, I know it made a failed new low, the likelihood of an inverse fair value gap to being on 15 seconds is extremely high. It's there, but people don't see it on the 1 minute, and which is 100% understandable. Now, let me give you an example here. I'm going to give one more example of where price is not showing an inverse fair value gap, and then I'm going to go into my 15 second, and it's probably there. So you agree with me? Let's say you've missed your entry, and let's say there's a very small inverse here, very small one, but I just want to say, let's say it's not there, just for this exercise. Okay, let's say you missed it because it didn't give you an entry. So what did price do? Price expanded from here to there. I'm sharing it. So price expanded, came back into discount, and then expanded again. So now you've missed your entry. From there to there was your next entry. And now I'm going to get into it on the 15 seconds. So what did price do? It made a new low. It expanded on up, came back into discount, and it actually struggled to close, even struggled. That's how bullish it was. The moment price, and then I'm going to add the last little cherry on top, which you need to consider with everything that I'm saying now. Price closed in your direction to confirm and then take it. I've said that so many times to people, and it still applies, it still counts. If you want to take an entry for, let's say, a pullback into your area, or from here to here, price displaced down, came back into premium, and the moment it closes in your direction is such a crucial, important element, because trying to catch a wick is you just trying to be lucky. And I'm just saying you, I'm talking about traders in general, just trying to be lucky to catch the wick and be safe. No, if it closes in your direction, you are safe. Then you put it at the nearest high, or to even be safe, the previous high where the swing started. So yeah, if you can start fractalizing, for instance here, okay, last one, I promise last one. From here to here, price did this. Price displaced, came back into premium, went down. That was on the weekly. Now I'm back on the 1 minute. Price displaced, came back into premium, closed in your direction, and then you take the entry. If I go down now to a time frame is which candle is this? 1431. 14. Maar nou sal jy my glo as ek vir jou sê, hierso is 'n inverse fair value gap. Watch. I'm going to do it. Let me just share my screen here again on Discord. I'm missing the buy move there, I'm guessing, but it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I just saw your chat. That's why I'm saying I literally looked at yours, but it's okay. It's not a problem. I'd rather help because I'm already up. I'm not gonna. I won't say greedy. I'll see if I can participate maybe. So let me just share my screen on this one. Yeah, something like that. Share screen. So Marna's the one I just showed on our charts, that red line. This is the inverse fair value gap that you are looking for right here. $4.31 right there, 14.31 price. From there, expanded. Guess what it did? Expanded. You could even take that one. The moment close, so you could have put your stop loss. It still would have respected it. Or there, probably to be safe. But this one as well, it came back. Actually, sorry. Do this from here to here. Price expanded. It's a bit tight, I guess, but it still would have worked if your stop loss was there. But ideally, after that run on down, price closed in your direction, you'd have taken the rest of the move. The fair value gaps are there. My point that I want to try and make is groot plesier ou, maar mens doen my gens doen jou gens en just fractalize. Jy moet dit in jou kop. Jy kan dit regkry, ek beloof jou. Die oomblik as jy kan sien wat prys doen, and it's only doing two things, to the up or the downside. If you can see these two, if you can know these two, and then the flip side of these things, if you can know this, or know this, price does either one or two things. It pumps, discount, continues, or pumps back to equilibrium, decides wants to do, nah, I want to balance, and price just balances. That's it. Fractalize, jy moet enige doen vanaand of môre aand of teen die naweek wat ook al, begin net raak sien om te fractalize in jou kop. Dis al. Price is fractal. I know, Arshad, I still have time to get in. Yeah. It needs to give me a test back to equilibrium after this continuation, and then utilize it at a POI, which is the hourly, and then with the macro finishes and gives me the go ahead, then I'll go. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Exactly. So Martinez, what we talked about now, you can predetermine this. If this was the top, but we can just go and go and go and go. This thing can just expand now. Um, it's got no reason to actually come back, in my opinion. The only first retracement is after this sell model buy was complete. Mm. Oh yeah. 100%. So yes, that's what I did with my entry this morning. That's what I did with my entry. Yeah, you're doing great, brother. I'm proud of you. This is exactly the entry. Watch here. I took the equilibrium of sun. I caught that move down there. Yeah. Oh, wrong one. Give me back my chart. Thank you. No, 3 to 5 micros. Hmm. Not always, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I usually wants to magnify what happened in London, but not always. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up for Detroit. Yeah, this is very, very random. Geseënde aand, weer eens baie dankie. Julle al regtig baie. Maar dit is groot plesier, blessings vir jou gesin. Julle moet 'n awesome week verder hê. Ek sien julle nie môre aand nie, maar if you have any questions, asseblief as jy one-on-one wil hê, ek gatekeep nie. Ek het geen rede om enigiemand iets weg te steek nie. Dis wat iemand met die kennis maak. Ek weet hoe lank dit my vat om dit goed te verstaan nou. Ek het 'n cheers JJ, blessings Boeta. Die Here het my 'n halwe gawe gegee en het my vir 10 jaar geprep om met mense te praat. So now I'm just gonna 1 Peter 10 verse 14. We've all received gifts from God which we should steward and give to others. So ek het 'n mond aan my mag om reg gebruik waar ek partykeer seker nie gedoen het toe ek jonger was nie. Maar alle eer aan ons Hemelse Vader. Dankie vir die nommer, Rian. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Tembi, Papa Amo, Burger Hannes, Houston. Excuse ek moet nie jou naam butcher nie. Danel, JR, lekker my bra. Modkind en natuurlik hoofsee en hierso Rian. Ah, naughty, stout man. Well done. JR, jou baie loop mooi ou. Er was geen rede om te sell vandag nie, nou veral nie na hierdie pop-up nie. Ek dink ja, 1449 100%. And hoeveel sal dit werd? 15. Nou, ja, 100 behoort te werk. Is eintlik pretty spot on also, JR. Het jy toe al daai playlist geluister wat ek het nie JR, ek het vergeet. Wag. Wag, ek het sommer nou save. Want ek luister in die oggend soek ek musiek. Sorry man. Waar is jy hierso? Matrapper, Spotify, bookmark, kom net so lank save. Follow, Glory in my veins. Okay, cool. Die goed is nou gesave. So 'n bietjie participate. SGS. Verified artist. Hy wil my. Ek is jammer, Boeta. Sorry man. Ag, dankie. Waardeer dit, bro. Korrek, dit is. Maar ek dink hy gaan nou dalk gestamp word. Prys gaan nou in my opinie op hurry. Ek sou gelike het om 'n pullback te kry. Maar hy het nog nie rarig een gegee behalwe 'n kleintjie nie. Ja, dit is nou omtrent power hour. So as hy afkom, gaan hy net terugkom equilibrium toe op die hourly en just net bietjie seker stagneer wat ek nie voorhoop nie. Maar alles is besig om te pomp, alles. En Nazi is die wounded gazelle. Die Dow is op 1.5%, S&P is op 1.9% en Nazi is op 0.4%. 1.4 Wall Street, die Dow, 0.9% S&P en 0.4% Nazi. So Nazi lei aan die woorde, maar kan nie op die top 'n entry kry nie. Mens moet jou reëls volg. Jy moet wag vir 'n discount in een of ander model as jy wil aangaan. So ja, ek is op vir die dag. Is nie ek nie trades gevat in die al twee kants hierso wat ek nou probeer besig vir om te druk is mooi so. Ek het nooit my koffie gaan maak nie. Ek gaan net 'n bietjie water kry. Ek gaan nou koffie drink. I'll be with you guys in 2 minutes. Kan ek vanaand rus. Beda-beda-beda. Thank you so much for the follow, Miss Mila. Baie waar, JR. Bietjie dieper as ek wel gehad het, maar korrek. Maar weer eens, ja, nee, ek gaan my hand net op hierdie netjie hou, ek like hom nie. Check. Ek gaan hom net tight maak. Nee, wil nie. Ja en nee. Nou dis nou Ferrari. Ja en nee. Ek's baie tight op my stop, so vir my laaste trade as in my slats kan aangevoel nog steeds 100% op hierdie account. So ek's happy wat almal anders doen. So ek net nou ek kon dalk 13 minute te vroeg gewees en dan eers die volgende halfuur, maar dan is dit nou wat dit die volgende 15 minute wat die expansion eers gaan gebeur en met die tight stop loss is daar 'n groot moontlikheid dat ek het net gedog na die macro eindig sal ons nou ons expansion gekry het en dis hoekom ek in was. Maar sê wil nie. Daar's my 3 minute SMT wat ek soek. Trek om 3 minute SMT. Trusted exactly. Ek sit hom aan, ek weet wat ek risk. Ek is content met wat gerisk word. Ek glo ek het die regte entry gehad wat ek gevat het. Glo alles het gealign soos ek hom gesoek het. Weer eens die expansion kan nou 10 eens gebeur na 'n halfuur. Ag, oor my halfuur, na 11 minute. Ek sal like sy vroeër gooi. Dan weet ek gaan 'n groot stoot na die tyd kry, maar let's see. Ja, ek stem saam. Net kyk wat sal nog in die chat. Of iemand anders. Hey, what's up? How's the stream going? Emma, Sorry, I just saw your message now. Apologies. I was actually busy with a trade. Stream's going great, thank you. I can't read your name because that's just pictures. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. Welcome in, Safi. Who else is here? How's it, Jules, Smiley, Jar, Rian, Bosch, Shane, Danal, Burger, Austin, Houston, Tembi, Gun. Welcome in, guys. The dollar is picking up steam now. I was in 33, 33. Where's my chat? Yeah. CJ, thanks so much for the follow. Chase, thanks so much for the follow, guys. Welcome in. Julle gevraai. Please chat. I'm just watching paint dry. Kradok, welcome in. Van Jaarsveld, welcome in. Oh my to my soul. All right. Wanna jump in at your feel right now. Is dit net ek of like die maak op ek baie is klaar uitgespeel op die low time frame? Ja, jy is reg. Ek wag net vir 'n deurbreek. Maar jy is reg. Nog 5 minute. Eve, welcome in. I might take this out. Ja, ek stem. Maar ek's amper om uit te haal hierso net op break even en dan met 'n call vir die aand, maar not like I say 'n psyche sakkafoel en weer terugskiet op. Here she goes. Ek gaan maar net break even toeskuif. JR, lekker aan verder, Boeta. Much love, bro. Much love. Come on, Price. You know you want to do it. Plan. En typiek. Let's go, baby shoes. Rian, ek is ontsaglik trots op jou om dit te hoor. Ou. Well done. Ou. Ek het my 40 pips gekry wat ek gesoek het hierso. Rian, Bluetooth Wi-Fi, Boeta. And that's it. That is all she wrote. Al twee my accounts is gelok. Daily trade limit lockout. Al twee is op oor 'n persent. Net wag ou. Wat doen ons? Ons stryd 3 ure in 'n aand. Ek het vanaand as voorbeeld my beste salaris gemaak wat ek gedoen het toe ek in die golfindustrie gewerk het en nog kommissie bygekry het en nog die ou wat betaal het vir die drank. Ja ou. Alle eer aan ons Hemelse Vader. Ek dink hier goedjies toemaak, daai goedjies toemaak. Môreoggend 8:00 weer in daai gym boksie klim van my. En weer die hele dag oor begin. Alright, TikTok. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. That was me monitoring a trade. Thank you for monitoring me, monitoring my trade, managing my trade. Rian, dankie dat jy saam met Ryan was. Dankie dat jy dieselfde tyd gevat het sonder dat ek jou gesê het. Jou kop's reg en geskroef. Jy gaan 'n groot verskil in jou gesin se lewe maak. Profeteer dit, ek spreek dit, ek seën jou met daai woorde. Wat twee of meer is daar seer wat ook ons vra in Jesus se naam en dit is die wil van ons Vader in die hemel. Mag dit geskied word. Mag ons voorsien in alles wat ons doen vir hom. Verander, mag ons dien, mag ons hierdie wysheid wat vir ons gegee is benut vir die beste van almal om ons en nie die eer vat nie self-righteous word nie. Maar ja, Jim, well done. Marianne, guys in the chat, well done for being chat. And then check you guys Thursday. No losses for last week, no losses for this week. I come live I go live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays, 8 to 11-ish. And then, yeah, if you want to trade alongside, once again, I'm not a financial service provider or I don't give signals. I don't do any of that. But you do pick up what I do as I go along. Link for Discord is in YouTube. I've submitted my CIPC forms to because I have a registered business and TikTok's being silly and funny, so there's no link currently. I'll dabble into it and see if I can change it in some way. Nonetheless, more than welcome in Discord. Come and chat, have a one-on-one. I don't bite, I don't charge, I don't do anything. This is beautiful. This is such a beautiful trade. Even though we missed the initial expansion, we waited for the time price to be right. And it just, yeah. And nonetheless, cheers, julle. Lekker aan. Peace. Cheers, Rian. Cheers, Bill. Arshad. En ek dink Terry het in die slaap geval. Goodbye. Goodbye. Cheers, julle.